Morning everybody, Mike Inkley, and welcome to part 2 of my initial reviews of the Innovatronix CP550W Studio LED flashhead. In the previous video we had a very quick look at the unboxing and what was in the box, and I'd like to now give you a quick guided tour around the flashhead itself. First up is obviously the all metal construction is a real bonus, but on the bottom of it we have a straightforward shoe tripod screw there, so that you can actually put any plate or shoe on it that you wish. And again, on the actual on the actual support for it, again we've got the same tripod bush. So it is a very simple operation, simply to screw on whichever plate or particular tripod you want to do, and that means there's no having to carry around specialist studio stands with you when you're out and about. And obviously with a flash head of this size, it's great to have it in your bag, and if you do need it, to be able to just get it out and put it straight on your normal tripod, and that saves an awful lot of time, effort and money, which has to be a good thing. Second thing is to have a look at the controls, and what you have there is you have at the top, you've got the USB recharging part, you've got the on-off button at the bottom, and you've got a standard cable in between, and then the large silver button there is actually a coin opening for the replaceable battery, and you can get the lithium-ion battery from Amazon for about £6 or £7 each. And one of the great things on that, of course, is that because you're getting somewhere in typical usage of about 300 shots per charge, there's no issue at all taking a couple of those batteries with you. And it's really nice to see they're not a proprietary battery, which is very expensive. So thumbs up to Innovatronix for that. It's very, very good to see that there. And then on the back of the unit, we have the channel groupings there. You've got 4 channels to work with. You've got your standard test button, and you've got your video light button. And these are all very straightforwardly worked, for example, from the remote control that we have here. So if I was to put the video light on here, you see that's instantly on. That gives you an idea of the 50 LEDs at work there. And so if I turn that off, and again with the test, I am going to have to slightly squint on this one, because the gun is actually very powerful, 550 watts as you would expect. The lighting is absolutely superb, so bear with me on this one. I'll just give you a quick demonstration again from the remote control. There you go, that's pretty bright. And so remote control, very useful for testing effects. And then on top of that you have the standard hot shoe trigger, which again, as far as things go, is just a straightforward press, and that's beautifully done. I should mention the remote control in itself, which is fully rechargeable, and so as a unit everything is very, very compact, very light, very portable, and I've been out and done a few pictures with it, and I've got to say it's really, really impressed me, to the point that this could very easily tempt me to go out and buy a full set of them. And I think that's probably where I will go, because compared to taking around my traditional Bowens, there's lots of big advantages to this, not least the size, not least the weight, not least the studio stands, and nothing worse when you're out and about if for some reason one of your bulbs goes. And as far as I'm aware, with LEDs, that's very unlikely to happen, and it's only in the very, very, very long-term use that what you end up with is a situation where they start to dim or an occasional one fails. But that isn't an issue that's going to bother me for years to come. So as a usable tool, absolutely fantastic. I have to say, yeah, for me, I will be having certainly 2, possibly 4. And they will be coming with me on most trips, simply because they can go in the corner of the boot of the car, they can go in the camera bag, and if, for example, at the touring cars, if I do need to do driver pictures or car pictures in the garage, would I rather carry 2 of those around, or would I rather carry 2 big Bowens along with everything else I'm taking and all the work I'm doing? I can tell you these win hands down. So yep, all in all, utterly fantastic. Really useful. Video lighting, especially if you're a videographer, which is something I don't tend to do a lot of, is great. And I've spoken to a lot of my colleagues and other photographers over the past week and a half that I've had these, and they've all said they're absolutely, I'm trying to think of the right term without sounding too keen, but they've all said they're incredibly interesting, and they're all desperate to have a play with them. So as soon as I'm able to get to those people, yeah, you're more than welcome to have a go with these and see what you think. But compared to the traditional studio lighting, these really are a fantastically affordable, lightweight and totally flexible alternative. And for me, yes, they'll be staying in my bag. So can't say much more than that. And it tends to be my money that I spend on these things. So there you go. Right, I'll speak to you soon. And next time I will bring you some stills images that have been shot with these. So you can see some of the environments that I've been using them in. I've done a couple of pseudo studio shots because obviously social distancing and studio work is very difficult at the moment. And so I think safety has to come first. But I've also used them for some nature stuff where I've been able to put the gun relatively near what I want to photograph. Should have said flash head then, but that's that. Relatively near to what I want to photograph. Then I've retreated to a suitable distance, taken the pictures, and it's really brought things out on a miserable day in a very, very positive way. So speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.